I want to show you guys how you can set up your educational account with your classes. And the very first thing you'd want to do is go to add new grid. And I chose a school email this time. So that means that students would sign up with their Google account or with their Microsoft account. And you'd click on next right here. Oops, sorry, you got to name this one. Name it with your class and maybe your class number. So example class right here, I'll just call it that, example class. And then we'll hit next. Now, what we need to do is also label it with your school's domain. So that means all of your students that have that @ mark plus their school domain will be allowed to join your grid. Okay, so for getting your students to join your FlipGrid classroom here, I will show you one method here that I've got. So I've got my English through content all set up, and you would go to where it says share. And what you can do here is you can download the QR code. So it's a very simple way for your students to join, and that would ensure that they are using their smartphones in order to join. The other method, of course, is to just simply copy your join code. So one thing that I found to be helpful is that your students are logged into their Gmail accounts. So I send an email to myself and I BCC, blind carbon copy, all of my students. There's my FlipGrid code right there, and then I paste it in the QR code as well. So I'm going to go ahead and send this to all of my students right now, and that will ensure that they join using their smartphones. So what I want to do is I can find some pre-made topics by going to Disco Library. And let's say, for example, I'm talking about cooking. That's going to be one of my speaking tasks that I would like to look for. So I'll search for something about cooking right here. And how about a cooking recipe? That looks like a good one. So you can click on your cooking recipe, explain what ingredients you need to cook your favorite meal. All right, so I'm going to select a grid to add this to. Okay, and I want to give it to my example class. And I should have it. There we go. So I've got my example class right there, and I will add that to my class. Now, in this part here, explain what ingredients you need for your favorite meal, and then you can edit. So don't forget to show your food. Okay, we're not actually making a meal. We're just explaining the meal right here. So you can edit the description. I want to make this 1 minute and 30 seconds. And that looks okay. Let's see. I don't need to add. There's a YouTube video that goes along with it. I don't need to add that in. Let's see here. Feedback. This is what I love about FlipGrid. I can do some custom feedback. Now, I've created a rubric that deals with fluency, grammar, pronunciation, whether or not they complete the task, vocabulary, and then I put a total as well. And you can add any other criteria that you want as well. So I'll update my topic, and you should see that we've got in my grids, there's my example class, and I'll click on that. And I've got my very first one, which is a cooking recipe. Now that you have your FlipGrid topic set, you have your students, your students have recorded their videos now. What I have my students do is I have them view 2 to 3 of their classmates' videos and give a video feedback, give them each a reply. While they are doing that, I can open up each student's video.
Hello.
I can watch their video.
About my favorite dishes. My favorite dishes is gyoza.
Okay, so for this student, she did a great job. I just gave her, knocked off 1 point on pronunciation. That was it. Now in these arrows, you can flip over to the next student. That is very quickly how you can grade an entire class's speaking task. And once you export your data, you can see a CSV file that will come through, and you can see how you can mark your students very easily. So we'll just call that one responses here, and we'll save it. Okay, and as soon as that one saves, I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Okay, so I have opened up my my CSV here, and this is just the one student that I showed you how I marked. And we can see the topic title, we can see their class, and we can also tell by their email who this person is. And so I'll go ahead and take a look. I've given them feedback as well, and you can see how many times it's viewed, the video length, feedback. I said good job, and there's a link to the FlipGrid video. And more importantly, here is the rubric that I showed you earlier, the task completion, fluency, pronunciation, vocab, grammar, and then here's the total that I put down. So I've got a 14 out of 15 right here. Okay, and that is how you can easily, very, very easily, you can score all of your students. So I hope this was helpful, this FlipGrid review. Please be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also please give me some feedback down below. Let me know what you would like to see. Let me know if this video was helpful or if you have any questions at all. Thanks a lot, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.